Everybody along, 24 past 10 a.m, 21 degrees. You never know, I might get to my 26 degrees after all. Yeah, fingers crossed. It's Monday, 25th of August, and, well, I've got to do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. So very, very happy to have you. And if you're a first-time viewer, very, very cool. Nice of you to join us. It really, really is. Why not become part of the family? Yeah. In fact, why not do this? Why not sub, thumb, and bell? Yeah, you know what I mean, no, right? Of course, bell notifications when we have important people, much like Dan Sindel joining us today, coming out of LA. Sub, yeah, subscribe, become part of the family. There you go. We call it the noise here at Galaxy. We really do. Simply because we listen to everybody that contacts us, and we say thank you for that. And the thummy thing, you know what to do with that. Yeah, get epileptic. So today, coming out of LA is Dan Sindel. Here's all due respect. You're right here at Galaxy. Good morning. So we've got a couple of minutes, Dan.
Oh, okay. Can I talk? And
yeah, absolutely. Well, only if you want to. You can sit there and look pretty.
Oh well, that's kind of boring.
Yeah, yeah.
A pretty face is only superficial.
Well, I think you got the better end of the deal. You got to look at this. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. I've been accused of breaking a few mirrors with this face, so I don't know.
Yeah, I have too, but usually somebody's hand is on the back of my head making me do it.
Oh, man, smash.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Oh, I haven't started yet, bro. I really haven't started yet. Oh,
okay.
Dear. Believe me.
Well,
I used to be a stand-up comedian, Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a whole different story altogether. It really is, and it takes too many hours to tell you about it. But crux of the matter is, I used to make people laugh for a living, and well, I've been a DJ or a host of radio announcing for almost 40 plus years, which is an eternity in this business. Believe me, if you last more than 5 years, you're doing bloody well.
Yeah.
I've been a front of house and studio engineer for about the same amount of time. So.
Oh, nice. So you're really into doing music full time.
Believe me, I have worked with some of the best artists in the world, some of the most famous artists in the world, and worked in some of the most famous studios in the world as well. I've had a very, very, let's say, privileged career. Let's put it like that. I've been in the right place at the right time.
Well, look how far you're falling. Now you have to sit there and talk to me.
Well,
my entire gag is self-defacing humor. Is there any way to hear some of the music in my headphones with one of your channels?
No, that. Dear, I'm going to have to put $1 in the machine now. Today you're joining us here at Galaxy 107 FM, and we're joined live by Dan Sindel. Dan, nice to meet you, sir.
Hello. Hey, very pleased to meet you, Grant, and hello, New Zealand. Hello, world. Thank you for having me on Galaxy 107.
I'm going to keep you on. Yeah, believe me, I'm going to keep you on. Of course, Dan, you're coming out of LA right now. Did I get that right? It's up around about 100 degrees over there?
Yes, sir. It's been about 100 for the past week or so. Yeah, it's normal. And it's just hot. Hot, 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 baby.
Yeah, believe me, I'll be spending a lot of time in the pool, if you know what I mean, at that degree. Woof, dear, oh dear. Now, I've got to be, and with all due respect, we're going to give shout outs to everybody that comes out of Curtain Call. Thank you very much. You guys are absolute brilliant promoters. And of course, today, Dan Sindel is the designated victim, if we put it like that. Yeah, I don't know. He might feel that way at the end of it, but believe me, absolutely stunning and talented artist. And Dan, I've got to warn you, we're in every English-speaking country in the world, and some that aren't. So, you're being followed and have been followed now by quite an audience. So, what I'll do is I'll give you the numbers at the end of this. You'll be pleasantly surprised, okay?
Nice. Well, bring it on, baby.
Now, and as I say, with all due respect, I've got to ask you, tell me about all due respect.
What would you like to know, my friend?
Well, everything. And where did it come from? How did it come around?
Well, as you know, if you ever get into conversations with certain people, before they slightly insult you, they'll say, with all due respect. So I kind of took that and ran with it because, well, it's just one of those things. I write songs about the human condition, for better or for worse. Similes, metaphors, non sequiturs, and random BS. It's all beautiful, baby.
I love that. I really, really do. And, well, something with all due respect, I'm not going to give you any insults or anything like that because I absolutely respect you and I love the work you put out. And at the same time, I'm very, very interested. You said your mother came to New Zealand. How long ago was that?
She said about maybe 2007. Probably just a few years before the huge earthquake in Christchurch.
Okay. Very, very cool. It's nice to have your heritage and your family joining us here in New Zealand. Believe me, it is a beautiful country down here, and I must admit, but I speak to so many people from your side of the world that go, "Oh yeah, I saw Lord of the Rings."
Well, I'm not gonna be that guy to do that, but I will tell you, I completely love Flight of the Conchords. Thank you very much.
Those guys are crazy, aren't they?
Britt and Jeremy and Murray, those band meetings they had in the consulate are the best.
Absolutely.
Band meeting, present. I'm here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, okay, we better move on, I've been told. Now, as a fan, and I've got a young lady coming out of Wisconsin, her name is Pamela, she's asking, Dan, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you an X? Or are you a talker? But more importantly, Dan, do you respond?
Yes, I do. And am I on social media? Unfortunately, I am. I've never been big on it, but it's kind of one of those necessary evils that a person has to adhere to. If I wasn't doing music and I wasn't looking to reach bigger mass audiences, then I would definitely live a very quiet life and probably not even be on Facebook. But since here I am wanting to rock the world, I am on all of your social medias, and I guess we can share the link at the end of this, but my name is Dan, D-A-N, last name S-I-N-D-E-L, and then music, Dan Sindel Music. That's how you can find me. And Pamela, if you connect with me, I will say hello, of course.
Very, very cool.
Who am I to say I would not say hello?
And I've also got a young man by the name of Rob. He's coming out of Tennessee. He's asking, do you have a merch store? Can I buy a cap, a koozie, and a guitar pick?
What does he want? I'm sorry?
He wants to know if he can buy some merch off you. Is there a way to be able to get to your merch store?
Oh, I am so sorry. At the moment, I do not have any merch available, no shirts, no anything like that. All I do have at the moment is my music. I have two EPs out, and they're both on sale over at that website called Bandcamp. And actually, right now, up until maybe about next weekend, I put them on sale for 40% off, like a week long Labor Day type of a thing. So there's a coupon code I can share with you. But yeah, so whatever, my music's on sale half price. That's all I have right now. I'm sorry.
Well, that is very, very cool. Edge of Eternity. Tell me a little bit about this, and I absolutely do love this track.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, once again, anything in particular that you would like to know? Because I could say 100 different things.
Look, give me the skinny.
Well, if you want to know the concept, it's about the eternal brush of life and death. I somewhat touched the sky about 14 years ago. I'm a cancer survivor. I don't really like to talk about it, but it's part of life. About 14 years ago, I almost died from stage 4 cancer, and I survived. I rehabilitated myself, and for a while I couldn't speak. I couldn't use my hand and play guitar. I had to fight through it all, and about 4 years later, I got back to a place where I could play my guitar a little bit. I could talk and started to sing. So I vowed that I would not waste any more of my precious time and get busy doing what I really wanted to do and produce my music and get it out there. So I had a vast library of songs written, and Edge of Eternity just seemed to be one of the ones that rose to the top of, I think I will spend my time and money and get this song produced and put it out there because it's kind of meaningful. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. In most families, everybody is going through something. Somebody's taking care of somebody who's not doing so well, maybe, or, I can't be hypothetical and make these projections, but it's just part of life. You're born, you pay taxes, you listen to Metallica, and then you die.
I've known most of that all my life. It's just that I've never really thrown Metallica into that at all, really. But well done, I love it. So joining us live, yes, sorry. Joining us live, I've got somebody talking to me in my headphones, is Dan Sindel. And here's Edge of Eternity, right here at Galaxy. How you feeling, Dan? You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason why I did that ad lib with the Metallica is because a long time ago, Metallica used to have a tour shirt that said, "Birth, taxes, Metallica, death."
I think I remember the shirt, I do. How many countries are tuned in right now?
161.
161 countries tuned in right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
How many cities?
19.
Okay, 6,319 cities around the world.
Damn, I better get the makeup person in here.
Yeah. Believe me, I've had issues with that person for a long time now. Myself.
Well, how am I doing, man? Are the numbers dropping?
You're looking good. You're looking good. You really are. By the way, Dan, do you remember the William Shatner, the old Captain Kirk?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
I see his government has told him he has to take his lingerie off the market. They don't like it on his, his line of lingerie.
The lingerie mafia is now after Captain Kirk.
Yeah, they are. Apparently, Shatner Panties isn't a good name.
Yeah, man. It's the Victoria's Secret Mafia.
Yeah.
There's what's that old saying? There's only room for one of us in this town. Draw.
You know, Victoria's Secret is a very, very old man that lives in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy who
Fact.
invented, yes, absolutely. The guy who invented Victoria's Secret, he is a very old man. I think he's in his late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I saw some kind of a Netflix documentary on that. He was behind a whole bunch of companies. He's like a marketing genius.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What a trip, man. Well, that's what I need. I need somebody with obscene money to help produce me and get me out there, you know?
Fair enough. Well,
let's pitch you on.
Are you looking for a promoter that will get you out there?
Yeah.
I might be able to help you out there. I've got trusted.
It takes money to move forward with this type of stuff.
Exactly. Well, I might have a trusted friend that I might be able to introduce you to.
Poor, man. You know, I'm trying to do things on myself in a very low budget. It sucks.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, you look at all the fancy people with all the millions of dollars behind them, and that's what it takes.
Huh? It does. It really does.
It takes money.
Believe me, I've been in the game long enough to know exactly that. And I've traveled around the world with a lot of artists. You know what I mean?
I'm just afraid to sign any type of dotted line contract to people that will come a-calling one day if you can't pay them on time.
Oh, dear. Well,
I've seen enough of those movies.
I tell you what, I might get Barbara to introduce you to a friend of mine coming out of Orlando, and you guys have a chat. You never know what might happen. Yeah?
Oh, yeah? Cool, man.
Yeah.
Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
I think that's actually pretty close. I don't know Florida. I've never really been there, but that's pretty close, I think, where the curtain call people are.
Could be.
They are.
Oh, it could be too. Yeah. You never know.
Small world.
Yeah, our friend might know them.
Yeah, don't know.
You never know.
No harm talking, I guess.
Exactly. No harm in
Don't
talking
have
at
to
all.
do anything.
Hey, man, so are the people out there having fun? Is there like a chat room that they talk in it or whatever?
Not on this one, unfortunately, but we are doing something very, very important very shortly. And I want to talk to you about this once we've finished this, because believe me, I think you'll be interested in this because literally, God, we had representatives at the ISSA, didn't we?
Yeah.
Charisse de Souza, you got a silver. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, Charisse de Souza is Galaxy's ambassador there this year. Love it, love it, love it. Yoda, what are you doing here?
Oh, I sent her things so we could share it.
I found the chat thing, so I thought I would give you my social real quick if this helps for your interview.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
There's my Bandcamp, my Facebook, and my Instagram for you.
Nice. Let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Dan Sindel. And now, Dan, I got to ask you, believe me, even my producer wants to know, where did Yoda Soda come into this?
I have no idea. Everybody finds a stupid screen name to put on to pretend that it's not you. I guess I'm a Star Wars fan, so one day I just put that up. I don't know. It means nothing.
Fair enough. Believe me, I fully understand because, well, mine is as well Critter. It seriously is. So believe me, I fully understand that. I do. Today we are talking to Dan, and I suppose we should give a shout out to the guys at Curtain Call. What do you reckon, Dan? I will let you do that.
Yes, Curtain Call Records. Hello, John. Hello, Brian. Hello, Gigi. They're a small but mighty independent record label, and I signed on with them about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and they are helping promote my work. Excuse me. They're helping promote my music worldwide. They're sending it out to radio stations and hooking me up with podcasts and interviews like your awesome show. And I thank you for having me on. Hello, New Zealand. Hello, world. Yeah.
There you go, Dan. Believe me, and fantastic. They do such a great job too. You really, really do. Keep up with the good work over this side too. Don't forget about us. In the meantime, Dan, I reckon this is a bit of me as much as it is a bit of you. So tell me about Ambition.
Ambition. That is one of my newest singles. It was the first release off my brand new EP, which we just released this April. So it's only really been out about 4 months ago. And it's a pretty cool song. It's a blues rocker. It has a bunch of different styles blended into it, from 50s, 60s blues rock to modern metal. And it's a song about never letting your dreams fade away, no matter what they are. You know, whatever gets you out of bed, whatever you had in your head as a little kid. You know, don't ever let anybody tell you no. Don't let anybody ever get in your way of your dreams. Fight for what you love in your heart and persevere. It's an anthem for all.
There you go. Absolutely loving it. Joined today by Dan Sindel, coming out of LA, here at Galaxy is Ambition. It is actually starting to get quite warm in here.
Yeah,
But the temperature's dropped again.
yeah.
Come out here. You won't be saying that. You'd be saying, damn, it's hot.
Oh, believe me, we're going to a country very, very shortly that we're going to be cursing the heat. Literally.
Oh, yeah? Iraq?
Well, it's about as hot as there, yeah, but no. No. In some places it's actually hotter than there.
It does start with an I though.
It does start with an I. It really does,
Close,
yeah.
so it's warm.
Yeah, you're getting, well, warm is what we're talking about anyway, so.
Yeah. Oh, we've got
Now,
the dog.
We're actually going to India.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Nice.
we were headhunted.
Be careful, man. Make sure you tell them to make all of your food mild, or they're going to kill you with the chili.
Oh, we know
No,
that.
no. I'm going to cook my own. I'm sorry. They don't even know how to cook poached eggs. You have to show them how to do stuff. Really.
They're just going to add ghost scorpion peppers to anything.
Yeah, believe me. I understand.
Die up there.
But yeah, we've been contracted to open up a number of radio stations throughout there.
Nice.
And so, Dan, I'm going to ask you personally, would you mind if I added your music to the playlists over there?
I would be honored. Are you kidding me? Thank you.
Cool. Very, very cool. And we're coming up to the last one, Rule the World. You and I think the same. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Dan Sindel, coming out of LA, and absolutely enjoying the music. I really, really am. Now, Dan, you produce everything yourself, or do you send it off to a recording studio to get polished up at the end of the day?
Well, at the end of it all, I would carry the title of executive producer. Doesn't that sound important?
It does.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few people involved. I can't do it all myself, but most of my songs, I write at home. I get them into the computer with, software computer drums. And then the songs that I actually feel that I'm going to put the time and money into, I do go to studios. I hire professional drummers. I have a lot of friends here in LA, and when they're available, a few of them come down and record them for me. And I do all my guitar and all of my bass tracks here in my little home studio. And then I try and do the vocals in the studio at the drums. When I do the drums at a real studio, so they sound better. And then I do have to hire professional mixing engineers. I cannot wear all the hats, unfortunately, as much as I want to be a Grammy-winning multi-platinum mix engineer. It's just not, it's not my career path. So I do hire those guys. I'm very grateful that I have some people that I can call who can take what I have to the finish line. So, you be the judge. If you like what you hear, it's a little bit of what you would call DIY, do it yourself, and a little bit of having the right people help you finish the project. So, yeah, a little bit of both. If I have the big money, it would be in the big recording studio from the start. But as far as the majority of decisions go, I'm pretty much making all the calls on how things should sound and if this should go here or, if the guitar should go there, a lot of times the band will get signed to a label and they're forced to have some type of producer who's making all the calls. And the band usually gets into a lot of arguments because they want it one way. And the producer guy says, sorry, kids, that's just not how it's going to be. You hear a lot of stories. You've been talking to people for quite a long time. But, if you're a, do-it-yourself independent artist, you have all the power to make it sound really the way you want it to. And that's the cool thing about it. We can have a very long debate about the music industry and the big major labels all but vanishing except for maybe putting on board maybe 5-10 artists a year and cultivating them and keeping them as cookie cutter product to continue generating sales. But, for indies like us, it's kind of a cool thing. We have outlets like this here and talking to all kinds of great, strange, faraway places like me, talking right now to New Zealand, which is beaming to hundreds of different countries. Can't even talk anymore. Hundreds of different countries. It's cool. If you're out there and you're listening to me, hello, say hi to me on Facebook. I'd be glad and honored to be friends with you.
There you go. Dan, I've got to move on. And I really think that you and I, quite frankly, think in the same way. Rule the world. Tell me about this. How are you going to rule the world?
I think we all have our own ways of wanting to rule the world. Some by money, some by corrupt power, some by their rock and roll power chords. No, but really, this is a song that could, I suppose you could say, be put into just about any time frame from the dawn of mankind to current events right now. It does not necessarily reflect what is happening now in the world, It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened 1,000 years ago, but I think it's just really more a summary of the evils of mankind set to a beautiful melody.
You know, I love that. I really do. Joining us live today is Dan Sindel for all the world on Galaxy.
Rule the world, baby.
So you haven't disappeared on me yet. What's going on?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought you were going to run away.
No, no. You guys are very nice.
You see,
I've been on some shows where they blindside you. They get these guests and they start talking shit.
oh yeah, believe me, no, we're not about that at all. I mean, I think that's why we have such a strong following, is that we're about you, the artist, we're about your music, and we perform a service and a platform so that people can A, get to hear your music, and B, get to know what you like. You know, it's purely selfish on our part because we love meeting people and we love the music, and we don't charge anybody money for it. This is all about you and your music, right? That's it.
Well, it's a beautiful thing. I'm ready to hop on an airplane and camp in your backyard, man.
Well, you might be welcome to come and do that, but you might miss us a little bit because, as I said to you earlier on, we're about to head off to India, and I want to tell you a little story about that once we're finished. But I do have a couple more questions for you, and we'll wrap it up there. And I've got to say thank you, Dan. It's been an absolute pleasure for meeting you.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. This is a lot of fun.
Can I change your mind about that? Let me tell you, this morning in this morning's news, do you have an SPCA where you are?
SBCA? What is that?
SPCA. Like Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Oh, I'm sure there's something like that.
Yeah, we have one here in New Zealand, and I see in the news this morning they're upset with the government about round bales of hay. Yeah.
Why?
Well, they don't think the animals are getting a square meal.
Oh, ouch. Drum roll, please. I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Try the view.
Absolutely. Buy a t-shirt.
All right. All right, I got one for you.
All right.
What did one fish say to the other fish?
I don't know.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? That's like one statue talking to the other statue. There's only one question. A statue? We could do this all day, bro. I've got a whole lifetime full of this stuff.
I'm gathering that.
Anyway, let's go back to the desk, my friend. That's right, you're right, here at galaxy107fm, and today I'm joined by Dan Sindel. Now Dan, unfortunately we're going to have to wrap it up here right now, but I do have a couple more questions for you, and the first one is, anything new in the can? You got anything coming out in the near future?
Yes, I do. in just about 2-3 weeks, we are going to release the third single from my new EP, which is called They Only Love You When You're Winning. Oh, yeah, they only love you when you're winning, baby. And that is a very toxically cool song, Spellcaster. And I'm also getting ready to record a couple more songs in the studio. Just moving forward and trying to create and put out as much music as I possibly can while I still can. Yes.
Totally understand that, and just hoping that you'll pass it down our way as well, so that we can promote you that much further. Now, second one is, will you come back again for another interview in the near future?
I would be more than happy to. You guys are super cool, and I'm really glad that you have me on board. It's an honor. Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. And today, got to thank you for joining us here at Galaxy 107 FM. Today, Dan Sindel coming out of LA. And I tell you what, why not join myself and Barbara around about 5:30 in the morning, and 10 for the breakfast show. 100% indie artist, 110% best in the world. Promise you that. Join us in the morning to find out. In the meantime, from me, it's happy radio, everyone.